Redskins and the New York Giants. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. His first carry of the game. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Hot! Hot!
Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. And incomplete to open things up.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Lauletta, he'll look to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now here's Lawletta. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
Detroit!
Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll drop to throw. It's brought in by Dodson. Josh Dodson, the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Lawetta looking for a 1st down throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, here's Lawetta. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now let's go. Green.
Lawetta looking to throw on 2nd down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. Extra point forthcoming. The extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Green 39. Green 39.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll set up to throw.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
The Redskins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
All right, here we go.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up, here we go. Boom, landed.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now, Barney, Barney. Now let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Over. Leopard.
They'll look to throw. Airing one out for Crowder. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, here we go. Blue, 90.
On first down, Lauletta. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They go play action here on first down. Past the 20. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First down, it's Lauletta. He finds his target, Beckham. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. He'll try to punch it in, and he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns, and the Giants are able to grow their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he's got room. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there out of Geis. 47 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
He'll look to throw. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? It's like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. A first update now out of Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Gun! 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 Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Now Lawlett on 1st down. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Matt Ioannidis in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now it's Lawlett. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. A big play there just before halftime. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this 1st half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time, do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Back to throw. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. The Redskins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Leopard, Leopard. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at the 20. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
Detroit!
But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock
Right,
runs out.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
Walletta on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Coleman. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. A final shot before the break for Walletta. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Walletta. And Ingram holds it in. Breaks through the contact. Give him 11 yards and time and a new set of downs.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Lawletta now on 2nd. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
We got three.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Lawletta, he'll look to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Barkley, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 4 down. 4 down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Off off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Leopard. Leopard. 34 is the mic. 34.
And they'll try the air now with Lauletta. This pass caught at the 4. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The last 2 runs have gone nowhere, and now another showdown looming on third and goal. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. The last 2 runs have gone nowhere, and now another showdown looming on third and goal. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th. And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it? And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Redskins offense now. They head back onto the field.
Over! All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He goes airborne. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll hand it down to Geis. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Over.
On the handoff, it's Geis. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackle made there by Robert Alford. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now let's go.
Looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 47. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And past the 30 down to about the 27. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On the run, it's Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. This is Barkley. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
On third down. Barkley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Here's Geis. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. 6-man.
They'll drop the throw. Dotson with a grab over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw now on first down. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. Fights through and now a crease. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff, Barkley running left. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down. Here we go now. Boom.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points.